All right, folks, back in the hotel room. Raptors lose it to the New Jersey Nets, the first ever regular season game in Europe. Nets come away winners based on the fourth quarter, Eric. We talked about it during the body of the broadcast. Raptors, 13 of their 17 wins coming when leading going to the fourth quarter. They let one slip away tonight, and it was New Jersey just outworking them coming down the stretch.
Yeah, 13 of 18. That says it all right there. And I mean, the fact that Darren Williams came alive in the second half of this ballgame, he was, I believe, 1 of 7 in the first half, scored 14 points in the second half on 6 of 8. Chris Humphries continued to do his thing. There was no answer for Brook Lopez, and it just started to steamroll in that final frame. And one of the guys that did it to the Raptors as well wasn't only former Raptor Chris Humphries, but former Raptor Sundiata Gaines, who was stepping in as that sort of reserve role after in the second half after the head injury. Anthony Morrow went down, and Gaines kind of stepped up in the second half. And really, had a big fourth quarter for New Jersey. It was just unfortunately, a very frustrating end to an otherwise decent game for 3 quarters. But, put the broken record in. It's been the case for the Raptors a good chunk of this year, whether it be inexperience, whether it be lack of attention to detail, whatever it is. This team seems to struggle in closing out games. And how many times have we said this year, fourth quarter collapse?
Well, and to me, it was some of the effort things. I mean, Chris Humphries getting on the glass, keeping the ball alive. They got a couple of breaks, New Jersey, with non-calls that led to buckets. All of those things, and they all add together. But if you're not aggressive and trying to make your own breaks, and I think the other part of it is when you're not stopping people, you can't go down to the other end and have empty trips and bad shots. You need to work the ball. You need to get a good shot. And if your MO is staying in the game by scoring, which is not a good one, but if that's what it is, then you need to make sure you get good shots at the other end. Toronto did not shoot the ball well. Took a lot of difficult looks, had a lot of difficult looks in the fourth quarter as well.
As good as Jose Calderon was on Tuesday, and one of the main reasons why the Raptors were able to knock off the Hornets, he struggled again tonight. We talked about it over the body of the broadcast that, he came off, about 27% shooting for the month of February, and then had a solid performance on Tuesday. It looked like he was maybe getting the monkey off his back, and he was back to his February ways tonight. And that certainly didn't help matters for Calderon or for the Raptors, because I don't think that there was a lot of tight defense on him. It's not like he was being suffocated.
He missed shots.
He had a lot of open looks, and he was simply just not making shots tonight.
Those are looks he has to make, and some of the other guys too. Now the good thing is, the positive in that is we see another terrific game from DeMar DeRozan. He's showing us a wider and wider array of skills on the offensive end, fallaways, posting up smaller guys, still hitting the mid-range, still getting to the line. We've said it on the broadcast. The next step is stretching it out to the 3. But I think before that, what he needs to do is become more consistent on the defensive end, because that's where it comes down to. That's where it came down to for Toronto tonight. Even when the scoring wasn't going, if they were able to get stops and hold New Jersey at bay, they could have been closer come crunch time.
Highlights of the night, the pizza at O2 is pretty solid.
Yes, it is.
Pizza at O2, if you're ever here, it's pretty good. And Escala, the four violinists at the half in their little mini skirts. I've never seen violinists look like that. Usually they're old dudes or something, but 4 hot chicks coming out and doing their thing. Pretty solid overall. Not bad, right?
I was going to say, when I was in school, girls that played the violin never looked like that.
Yeah. and then the ladies out there watching, they got taken care of. Chris Humphries was on post-game, and I guess he's pretty popular with a lot of the ladies out there. So everybody wins tonight, except for the Raptors with the fourth quarter collapse.
Yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow night, folks, here from London at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock in the East.